Citizens of Williams Lake and the Tsilhqot'in region, ladies and gentlemen, chiefs, elders, members of First Nations, we are pleased to be here in this beautiful region of British Columbia. We're also looking forward to holding hearings as these proceedings continue in other communities, all of which are within the traditional territory of the Tsilhqot'in and Tsilhqot'in First Nations. I'd like to introduce, first of all, this panel. My name is Bob Connolly. I'm the chair of the Environmental Assessment Panel for these proceedings. On my right is Neeleen Moran, and on my left, Bill Klassen. We have quite a few staff here that are assisting us. They will not be here necessarily for the whole of the proceedings, but I would like to at least introduce them, and they may hold up their hand just as I speak. Colette Spagnuolo, who is our panel manager. Carolyn Dunn. I'm not sure where Carolyn is, but she's here somewhere. Okay. Cindy Parker. Joe Ronzio. Lee Van Bichot. Patricia McKay. Lucille Jamon, who is our media person, and our legal counsel, Gavin Fitch. These people are here to assist you in answering questions about our proceedings and assisting you in any way they can in terms of making presentations during these proceedings. The purpose of this public hearing is to provide an opportunity for us, the panel, to receive information that will help us complete our assessment of the potential environmental effects of the proposed project. The hearing is also designed to provide opportunities for TSECO to explain the project and respond to concerns and questions raised by other participants. We're here to receive information from interested parties on the potential effects of this project, which is a proposal to construct, operate, and decommission an open-pit gold and copper mine in the vicinity of Fish Lake, about 125 kilometers southwest of Williams Lake, and to hear people's views with respect to the proposal. Now, with respect to our terms of reference, we are an independent panel appointed by the Federal Minister of the Environment, the Honourable Jim Prentice, to conduct an assessment under the authority of the Canadian Environmental Assessment Act. We've been given very specific terms of reference by the Minister for this review, and I'd like to highlight some of the features of those terms of reference. We are mandated to provide conclusions on the significance of environmental effects, and if taking into account the implementation of any mitigation measures, we conclude the project is likely to cause significant adverse effects, we're mandated to obtain information about the justifiability of such effects. We're also mandated to provide recommendations on appropriate procedures for the management of environmental effects associated with the project should it proceed. With respect to First Nations, we are mandated to invite information from First Nations related to the nature and scope of potential or established Aboriginal rights or title in the project area, as well as information on the potential adverse impacts or potential infringement that the project may have on potential or established Aboriginal rights or title. However, we have no mandate to make any determination as to the validity of rights or title claims asserted by First Nations or the strength of those claims. We also have no mandate to make a determination on the scope of the Crown's duty to consult First Nations and whether Canada has met its respective duty to consult and accommodate in respect of rights recognized and affirmed by Section 35 of the Constitution Act 1982. Following completion of our assessment, in other words, when our hearings are closed, we'll prepare a report for the Minister of the Environment and for the Departments of Fisheries and Oceans, Transport Canada, and Natural Resources Canada. Those three departments, DFO, Transport, and Natural Resources, are all considered responsible authorities under the authority of the Canadian Environmental Assessment Act, and they are departments that would have to issue permits or authorizations in order to allow the project to proceed. We expect to, in accordance with our terms of reference, to complete our report within 60 days of the close of these hearings and submit it to the Minister, who in turn will make that report public. The report will be reviewed by the Cabinet of Ministers, and a decision will be taken by federal departments involved on whether they would be able to proceed to issue the various permits or authorizations that would be required for this project to proceed. We consider your participation to be very important to us. We recognize that the conclusions and recommendations that we provide to the federal government on this matter will have an impact on the people of Williams Lake and the surrounding communities and First Nations. We want to assure you that we take this responsibility very seriously. This panel anticipates the hearings to take approximately 6 weeks, and as outlined in the public notice and in our procedures, we have 3 different types of hearings. The first is here in Williams Lake, which we call general hearings. We will continue with community hearings in a number of the First Nations communities, and then we will come back to Williams Lake for topic-specific sessions on topics that have been indicated in the procedures. Transcripts from each day of the public hearing will be made available on our project registry, and our goal is to have the transcripts available in the next morning, but there will be some instances where that might not be possible due to some of the locations that we're visiting. Also reminded to turn off your cell phones, and also remind you that no filming or photography is allowed during these proceedings except as has been authorized. And I have authorized the media to record my introductory remarks here this morning. After that, they will shut the cameras off. The order of events that I'm about to outline will apply to all of the general sessions. And to begin today, we will have a few things that will occur. First of all, in accordance with our procedure, we are going to invite a prayer following my opening remarks. We have a motion that we have to deal with regarding the film, and then we will hear from Tsilhqot'in with their presentation.